Ahoy!
Welcome to an episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome aboard.
Third time's a charm.
Indeed.
We've got Stowaway on board.
Still,
Yep. Who's on board, Nick?
it's Mr. Ross Cook.
Ross, how are you?
I'm all right. You found me twice. I've managed to hide both times, and now the third time you've actually managed to catch me.
Sorry about the disastrous technical issues we're having. We are old men who do not know how to use technology, apparently.
That's quite all right.
It's actually Discord's fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
But I'm going with that anyway, because every other program works, just not that one.
Yeah, good story. Stick to it.
Yeah, blame Discord and not me.
How's things, Ross? It's been a while since we spoke to you.
Yeah, they're going all right. Thank you very much. And it has been a little while. Yeah, I think we said season 3.
Season 3,
which so long ago.
Well, it's going to be nearly a year ago, surely.
Sure.
It's
Yeah, it would
coming up to the
be.
end of season 5. It must be.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Well, we chat on Discord, so
True,
it's
yeah,
not like we don't
We're
talk.
like friends now, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Business associates, yeah.
You're the third member of the crew.
The galley boy.
The galley boy, that's it. Nick, how are you?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah? What you been up to?
Well, I'll tell this story again. I apologise for being a bit late
Why? Why are you late?
because my day all went to shit.
What happened?
I was supposed to go and do a safe driving course for work.
Yep.
And I had to cancel my safe driving course due to an unsafe driver.
Oh no, what happened?
Because I got a phone call about an hour before from my wife saying that she'd been hit by a car. Like someone went into her back end
Sounded like she'd been hit by a car. That's quite weird.
in her car.
In her car.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's good. Car good?
Not so good.
No?
But
That's a shame.
what can you do?
Get a new car.
Well, yeah.
Bonus.
If you sit and minding your own business and then someone's up your backside, well, we've all
Sounds like a
been
good
there, haven't
Saturday
we?
night. Ross, you ever been up somebody's backside on a Saturday night?
In a car? Or no?
Either. Depends what you want to tell us.
I couldn't possibly say for legal reasons. This is being recorded, isn't it? No.
It is, yeah.
No. Then no, absolutely not.
Ross is joining us today because he has some exciting news. What's your exciting news, Ross?
I know, despite what I just said, I've done a kids' book.
A kid's book.
A kids' book, a book for children.
We have it on the desk in front of us, and it is awesome. We are very impressed, aren't we, Nick?
We are. It's wicked. I'm really impressed. Mine came in a post yesterday.
Mine turned up yesterday as well, although the Amazon man did fold it in half in the envelope. So
What?
It's a little bit dog-eared now, unfortunately.
Well, give me his name and I'll have him shot.
Yeah, I think he should be shot.
Yes, that is well outside of terms of service, surely.
I know the author, don't you know? How did this happen, Ross? Talk to us. Talk us through the process.
Well, as everybody might know, maybe you don't, but there's been a lot of reasons to stay at home recently, and been a lot of reasons like, finish work on time and not have to drive a commute. So I found myself with a lot more time on my hands, and so I decided to put it into something, and this was what it was.
Excellent. Good stuff. For those of you who don't know, Ross is the guy who does all the artwork for the show. So all those awesome Instagram images we put up are all down to this guy.
Yeah. And the book is called Sadie and the Wisps, and it's about a young jackalope. That's right, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And wow, we won't give away any spoilers.
No.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's about 20 pages, so it's it's not exactly a long one. And I'm not a writer, ironically. I mean, nobody knows, I don't think, what my actual day job is, but I do write in my day job, just not this. And so
Maybe one day you'll be writing children's books as your day job. That's the dream. Surely.
Well, hopefully the dream is to get into children's book illustration is a bit of a weird one. It's one of those where you need experience in order to get into it, but how do you get experience and all that kind of stuff? The main thing is to do a kid's book.
Sure.
So that's what I did.
Makes sense.
So I've done this one, and I've got 2 others that I'm going to put out next to create a nice little portfolio and then send it off to people, and then hopefully people will pay me to do this.
I'm sure they will. They'd be stupid not to. Are there 2 other ones on the same theme, or can you not say? Or are they sequels?
No,
prequels?
I can say. I really doubt anybody's going to steal it from me, but it's the next one is about a little lonely boy who lives in a big old house, and he finds the house is haunted. And he is really excited because now he can get a new friend. But the ghost who lives there is incredibly shy. And so he tries to figure out what ways he can make friends with this ghost, and he discovers that the ghost really likes tidying up.
Oh, I
So
could do with
that's
that
how,
ghost.
so that's how they become friends.
You pretty much described my life there. A lonely boy who lives on his own in a big old house. I just need a ghost.
The best thing about this one is it rhymes as well. I've decided to make
cool.
this one into a rhyming one as well.
Good.
And if I could, I'll share just one little paragraph that I do enjoy that I actually came up with, where it talks about the ghost and everything. It talks about there's another kid who lives in this house. This kid can glide, this kid can hide, and he can slide. The reason this is because this kid has died.
Oh, that's great. I'm very impressed with you. That's a bottom of the screen exclusive, right there. I don't think we've ever had an exclusive before.
And so, yeah, that will be the next one. And then I've got another one that I've just got a name for, and I don't know what it means. Based around this film, the next one that you'll be discussing on Thursday,
Oh, really?
Time Trap.
Yeah.
I've got a book called Trash Trap, but I don't know what it's about yet.
Oh, we've inspired a children's book, Nick. What more could we want?
That's brilliant. We've peaked.
So where can people get it from if they want? What is it called? I don't think we've mentioned what it's called.
I did. So
Did you mention
it's Sadie and the Wisps.
Where can we get it from, Ross?
So yeah, it's on Amazon because it's incredible. To anybody out there who does fancy doing anything like this, because my wife is also an author, although arguably more successful, we'll say. No, it doesn't do kids' books. But it's all through Amazon.
She very much does not do kids' books.
She does very much.
She does the exact opposite of kids' books.
She does the books that how to teach how to make kids, that kind of stuff. But it's basically, if you go onto Amazon, it's a system called KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, I think. And you can go on there and you upload your manuscript, your book and everything. It's a little different for kids' books than it is for regular, novels and everything. But it's put out through there, and then you are out to the world, and it can go onto Kindle. You can do paperbacks.
Oh, awesome.
That's how it works. So obviously, people who do kind of kids' books, generally people want a physical copy.
Yeah.
That's what kids don't particularly want to maybe look at it on an iPad.
Sure.
But you can get a digital copy of it. But yeah, it's free to do. Obviously, Amazon takes a huge chunk off the top. But I'm out to try and get the book out there so I can actually get in with some other publishers. So no skin off my nose for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a really good system, and it just means that anybody who has an idea that wants to get it out there can do it. Some might call it vanity publishing. I certainly do. But it is out there, and it is a really good system, and it's quite easy to navigate as well once you get into it.
Excellent.
Good. Well, the artwork is awesome as always, and I really enjoyed this book.
Me too.
I've done a bit of market research for you.
Oh, excellent.
For some reason, Alexa's going
That's
off.
2 weeks in a row. Alexa's interrupted.
You need to move us.
It's because we're talking about Amazon.
Yeah.
Will you fuck off?
Did she answer that one?
One of your tasks pre-recording from now on can be press the do not disturb.
Yeah, good plan. I've done a bit of market research for you, and my children have tested this book today.
Oh, excellent.
Would you like to hear
Good.
what they had to say about it?
Only if it's positive. I don't think my ego could handle it otherwise.
Let's see.
Let's
see if this works.
You've not met Nick's kids yet.
So, what did you think of Sadie and the Wisps?
I liked it, but there was lots of Sadie is. Okay. I don't know.
What did you think of it? Did you like the colours, the pictures?
Yeah.
What else did you like about it? Did you like Sadie?
Yeah, and the Wisps were like Elsa and Anna.
Oh, okay. That's good. Would you read it again?
Yeah.
Do you want to add it to your bookshelf?
Yeah.
Excellent. Anything else you would like to say about it?
No.
What about you? Any other comments? What did you like? What do you think was good?
The pictures were very nice.
Okay, you liked how they were drawn?
Yeah. And I liked it because it had my favourite colours in with pink and purple.
There's a lot of pink and purple, which is very good, isn't there? Yeah. Okay. How about you? Anything else?
No.
Okay. So it's a thumbs up, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. There you go.
Your harshest critics liked it, Ross. So what more can you want?
I loved it. You did pay for it though, so that's fine. You can say what you want. Money in my pocket. You can tell me what you like.
My favourite bit was, what did you like about it? Nothing.
No. To be fair, I have a 6-year-old as well, and he doesn't hold any punches about it. I was trying to learn how to play the ukulele recently, and his review of me playing was, "It was nice, Daddy, but a little terrible."
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any filter, do they, these kids?
Brilliant.
Right, shall we get on with some news? Are you going to stick around and help us with some waving, Ross?
Please.
Cool. Nick, have you got some news for us?
Let's talk about some news.
Cool.
What should we start with? Let's start with... Last week we talked about Luis Guzman being cast as Gomez Adams.
We did, indeed.
This week he has found his Morticia.
Yeah, what do you think? I read about this. What are your thoughts on this? Do you want to reveal it before you give your thoughts on it?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It is, indeed.
I mean...
Oh, wow. Okay.
She doesn't do much anymore.
No.
That was my initial thought.
I was like, oh, yeah, I remember her. That was my initial thought.
I think it's lining up a much more stellar cast than I thought it would.
Yeah,
I'm more interested because of the cast, I think, so far.
Yeah.
She signed up to play Morticia Adams.
I think it's good. She's like that. She's got that evil looking face, hasn't she?
Okay, well, brilliant.
I wouldn't have thought of it
If you
myself.
can hear that, a plane's going over my house.
Since it's not going into your house, we're good.
Yeah, no, it does.
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought of it myself, but now it's happening.
You can see
I feel like it works, yeah.
I hadn't read that today. I'll be honest, if I had to put money on it, I assumed that it would be somebody like Eva Green.
Yeah.
Because he'd worked with her previously and she kind of has that look, but I'm down for that. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones is good at what she does. I don't think I've ever not liked her in anything, so I'm good for that.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Yeah, me too. I'm quite looking forward to this show. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Tom Burton's return to form.
Tom Burton, his brother.
Tom Burton, yeah.
Him and Senior Spielbergo.
Would you like to know how a lady has used Netflix to solve a burglary?
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
It's a true story. A lady in Nottinghamshire.
My neck of the woods.
Yeah, not too far from us either. She turned super sleuth because her TV was stolen, and she managed to use her Netflix account to find out the IP address of the person, the location of this TV, this internet smart TV, and found out where it was located. Told the police, and they rapped on his door.
That might be absolute genius.
He was not the guy who stole it, but he had received the stolen television. And this guy pleaded guilty this week in court to receiving stolen goods. And he was also then put up on a separate burglary and also possessing cannabis. So it's kind of opened the floodgates. This one. So there you go. The prosecutor said the householder did her own detective work and traced her TV using her Netflix account to the IP address where the defendant lived. The items were found at his premises. Case closed, Your Honour.
That's crazy. How stupid have you got to be to buy a stolen TV and then just use the Netflix account that's already on there? People are idiots.
It's like a real-life version of iBoy.
Netflix will be all over that. There'll be a real-life crime documentary.
Probably, yeah.
That's coming soon.
It'll be 6 parts long.
Yeah.
How I solved the Netflix robbery caper. Yeah, I thought that was quite funny.
That's good. What's
next? On to someone who we are a big fan of, and that is Mike Flanagan. And he has released, or Netflix have released, the first teaser trailer for Midnight Mass.
Exciting. I'm looking forward to this so much.
And Midnight Mass is going to drop at the end of September. I believe it's September the 24th, so it's not very far away.
No, it seems to have come around really quickly, doesn't it?
It's another horror series that they're holding off on, and not holding off on, doing quite the opposite, and it's not going to make it to Halloween. We're getting it all before then. End of September. Have you watched the trailer, Ad?
I have. I watched it this afternoon.
What do you think?
I enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
I thought it was good.
Excellent analysis. Thanks. Obviously, Midnight Mass is the book that was heavily featured in Hush.
Yep.
Which won our season 2.
Season 2, it did indeed.
So
still one of the best films we've seen.
It's definitely a passion project for Flanagan, I think.
Yeah.
So
it's been mentioned a couple of times in his shows, hasn't it?
Yeah. I said to you, didn't I? Did I text you? There was a a bit of an Easter egg which you hadn't spotted. It's in Gerald's game.
Yeah.
So when she's tied to the bed, there's actually a copy of Midnight Mass above her on the bookshelf.
Indeed. 3 times I've watched Gerald's game.
Really?
Yeah. Once since we've done Hush, and I still didn't spot it.
There you go. So the synopsis says, Midnight Mass tells the tale of a small, isolated island community whose existing divisions are amplified by the return of a disgraced young man and the arrival of a charismatic priest. When Father Paul's appearance on Crockett Island coincides with unexplained and seemingly miraculous events, a renewed religious fervour takes hold of the community. But do these miracles come at a price?
Oh, I love a teaser. Synopsis with a teaser.
Very, I've not watched the trailer for it yet. I mean, that sounds very Stephen King as well.
It does. It really does, doesn't it? You can tell he's been hanging around with him for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's a bit Stephen King.
I hate to say it, but if there's a charismatic priest, you just don't trust him in a movie.
No way.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, it sounds a bit sort of Stephen King, and the trailer did have a bit of a Wicker Man vibe about it.
Yeah, it did.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, though.
Me too. Anything that Flanagan does.
And we've not got long to wait. So.
No, we've not. We love Mike Flanagan on this show.
Good.
Good. Next one.
Do you like Michael Keaton?
Yes.
Ross, do you like Michael
Love
Keaton?
Him.
Well,
I love him.
Me too. He has got a new movie which is going to hit Netflix shortly. I'm not sure if I've got an exact date. It's called Worth, and it is a 9/11 movie.
Oh, right, okay.
Michael Keaton stars as a lawyer who is tasked with calculating how to compensate the families of 9/11 victims. So we've got a courtroom drama by the looks of things.
Wow.
It doesn't sound like the most riveting of subject matters. I'm not
Is it a rom-com or...
The synopsis reads that an attorney learns a lesson in empathy where he's faced with the near impossible task of determining how to compensate families who suffered incalculable losses as a result of the September 11th attack. Get this. It's based on true events.
Somebody actually had to do that. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. I mean, sounds a bit Oscar bait to me.
It's coming on September the 3rd.
Well, there you
That's
go.
really soon.
I mean, would it be really out of place to actually put it on the right date? I don't want to say it, but
Yeah, it's like a week later.
that close to it, it just feels weird.
I think I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Is that
Do I have an
crass?
issue with that? I don't think I do.
I don't know. It's been a while since the 9/11 movie. I remember there was
It's 20 years
2
this
that
year.
came out.
20 years
Oh,
this
really?
year,
Okay.
so maybe it's a bit... I don't know. Who knows? It's a Saturday as well.
Do you know what? Just
Movies don't come out on Saturdays.
I saw a Twitter thread. I'm going off slightly randomly here.
That's fine.
I
Fill some time.
think it was this week, and people were listing their top 5 comfort movies.
Yeah.
And one guy in his top 5 comfort movies had listed World Trade Center
That guy needs
Sure.
investigating.
with the reasoning that it was kind of like at the end, it was an uplifting, heroic story.
Yeah, at the end. The rest
And
of
I'm
it's-
thinking,
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not sitting and watching World Trade Center to soothe me after a bad day or
That man needs investigating.
Yeah, I think so as well.
That's not right. That's weird.
I'm glad you think it's weird. I wanted to just double check.
What was his number 1? Schindler's List. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're not the
Okay,
weird one there.
good,
He is,
good. Just
definitely.
wanted to have that little
I mean,
reality check.
I can't say I'm excited for Worth. It's got a good cast.
Stanley Tucci's in it as well. So yeah,
I do love Stanley Tucci as well.
yeah, the world's favourite cocktail maker now, isn't
Yeah.
he? Stanley Tucci. Yeah, September the 3rd. There you go.
It's quite soon.
Hmm.
I'll probably give it a miss.
It'll go on the list and I'll watch it in 2 years.
Yeah, possibly. Would either of you like to start on Netflix?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why do you think I do this
depends.
podcast to get spotted by them one day?
Maybe this will help you out because Netflix has launched a new dedicated reality TV website where anyone who is interested, as long as you are over the age of 18 and either reside in the United States, Canada, or the United Kingdom, can submit a 1 minute long video and use that one video to apply for multiple upcoming reality TV shows. So,
That's exciting.
this ranges from things like Nailed It over in the States. I don't know if there's a UK version of Nailed It. I'm not
Don't
sure.
think
It's the
there
Bad
is.
Baking Show.
Yeah.
Love is Blind, The Circle, all of these stuff, all of these reality programs. So you can just do one and done. You can apply for all of them if you want. Do you fancy that?
I think we should do it. Why not?
I'll film you if you film me, I suppose.
Deal.
Okay. Ross, you up for this?
No, but I fully support you guys doing it.
Okay, fine. They also
I
announced...
fancy a stint on Love is Blind.
Which, is that the one?
No.
No, I don't think I do either. I don't, definitely not doing that animal one.
Sexy Beast.
Yeah.
I might do that one.
What animal or creature would you dress up as?
I'm
I
saying-
guess you'd be made to, but what would you choose?
I reckon
know.
I reckon you'd be a hedgehog.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
I was just fancy seeing you in a hedgehog mask. Just like-
Deal. I'm up for that. Or a porcupine.
I'll be honest, that says more about you, Nick,
Yeah.
than it does Adam.
Yeah, it does.
Probably.
It does.
They also announced that they are renewing a couple of shows. American Barbecue Showdown is coming back.
Excellent. It's a great show.
The Circle has been renewed for 2 more seasons.
I never watched that.
No, I haven't either. And a new show called Roaring Twenties. That is not a reality show about living back in the 1920s.
Oh, I would have been up for that one.
Is
Yeah, I was going to say. That's
I know, doing sort of jitterbugging all around the house. That would have been awesome. No, it's about 20-year-olds living together.
Oh, well, I can't apply for that one then.
So yeah, you're well past that.
So it's like a modern day Big Brother.
Sounds like it, yeah.
I was going to say, if you call it Roaring Twenties, the only way it works is if you have a bunch of 20-year-olds and a lion.
Sure,
I would
I'm up
I would
for it.
definitely watch that.
And
Yeah.
whoever gets the least votes, in you go with the lion.
Exactly.
Take your chances.
Yeah. Maybe I'll dress up as the lion. Perfect.
So yeah, that's it. Like I
They're
say,
doubling
it's
down
there.
on reality TV is what's happening, isn't it?
Sure.
I imagine it's so cheap to produce
Yeah.
and
Well,
enough
that's
people
it.
watch it. It just, you get people in.
Do you think, Ross, that like with every failure, like what was the Mark Miller one?
Jupiter's
Oh,
Legacy.
Jupiter's
So,
Legacy.
yeah, so if you have a failure like that, that means we're going to get 8 seasons of Sexy Beasts
Yeah,
in the
probably.
Circle, just to sort of try and even out some
Balance it
costs.
What a depressing world you've just concocted.
According to this article here, it says The Witcher TV show reportedly cost $10 million an episode.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
huge.
So reality
I think
TV
they
has got
talked
to be
about like
cheaper.
The Mandalorian. I think cost close to it, maybe a little bit more, but that's Star Wars.
Yeah.
It is a ridiculous amount.
The Witcher's just Henry Cavill in a bad wig.
$10 million that wig.
What?
Oh, there you.
Where did we get to? What's next? This one. Oh, no, that's the one I've just...
The next one is a bit of Netflix news about a movie I know you've seen, Ad. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch this one yet, Ross, but it is official. Blood Red Sky is a hit.
It's not.
It is.
It's shit.
It's- I didn't put an S on it.
I mean, they've said
I've not
hit,
watched it.
but then they've really they've gone down a niche way of it being a hit.
Well, that would not be new for Netflix, given how they count things.
True.
It's Netflix's most successful German title ever,
Okay.
with 50 million plus global views.
How many German titles are there? 3?
There's one currently.
Blood Red Sky.
It surpasses the historical series Barbarians, I'll have you know, which
Oh,
previously held the record, and will hit more than 50 million views within its first 28 days.
That's pretty impressive, to be fair.
Sure.
I'll give it that. It isn't a good film.
I will say, like, it sound. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard what you were saying about it, Adam. I will say that the trailer was brilliant,
Yeah, the
and
trailer
the
is
concept is great. So I can get why people maybe at least give it a watch.
You'll like this.
Go on.
So, a bit more info on it. So, Blood Red Sky reached the top 10 in 93 countries.
Wow.
It was number 1 in 57 countries.
Okay.
It only got to number 2 in Germany.
What was number 1?
What, in Germany at that time? I don't know.
Yeah, at that time,
I'm
what
not-
beat
I'm
it?
not sure.
But it's not.
Peppa de Pig.
The majority of it's not in. The majority of it's in English. The majority of it's not German language.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's German movie, German produced, yeah.
But German made,
So-
but English spoken.
I still kind of want to watch it. You've not put me off
Okay.
of
That's fair enough.
wanting to watch it, even though you've
I
said it's
will give it a
terrible.
watch. I might.
I'd be
yeah.
interested to see what you both think of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I might have just watched it
It'll
on
be
a
the
podcast.
classic thing. I'm definitely going to love it
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
based on past history.
I should have loved it. It should be right on my street, but maybe I was just having a bad day. I don't know. Ready for the next one, Nicholas?
Yes, please. Cobra Kai.
Oh, awesome.
Bit of news. So, I think this was last week, possibly, or a couple of weeks ago. I remember seeing it. Why have I set myself up like this? You know,
It's pronounced Cholo. Cholo Mariduena.
that's
How you
it.
say
Well
it.
done.
Thank you.
Well done, Ad. The guy who plays Miguel, he's been cast as the Blue Beetle in
He has,
the
indeed,
DC
yeah, I saw it on
universe.
his Instagram. He was very excited.
What do you know about the Blue Beetle, Ross? Does that excite you?
It does excite me. He's excellent casting for Jaime Reyes, who's actually the second Blue Beetle after Ted Cord.
Oh, okay.
Ted Cord. That's not the most imaginative.
Well, it was back in like the 60s, and Ted Cord was the first Blue Beetle, who was kind of like more of a Batman sort of. He had a big blue suit and everything.
Right.
But then, and he was kind of like an Iron Man, like Cord Industries was his deal. Like he had all this money and everything. So he's kind of an amalgam of Iron Man, Batman, and all that kind of stuff. And then Jaime Reyes, who he's playing, is the second Blue Beetle, but his suit is actually kind of like an alien symbiote. So it's kind of, he has like an Iron Man suit, but what if Iron Man was Venom?
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Kind of linking all that together. So he has like organic weapons that come out of him. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
So I'm down for that. He was excellent in the animated series Young Justice as well.
So, Tanner Buchanan, who plays Robbie in Cobra Kai, he was sort of doing an interview and he was asked, well, as your mate's been cast in a superhero film, what role do you fancy? And Buchanan said, I'd really like to play Robin.
I was about to say Jason Todd would be perfect for him.
Yeah, that would be good.
He said, I'd really like to play Robin up with Robert Pattinson. It's probably too late for this movie.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
good on the guy for putting his pitch out there. That's what you got to do, isn't it?
I love it. Like it's known in comics that Dick Grayson Robin is hot. No matter what medium he's played in, he should always be hot. I think he meets that requirement
Tanner
on the
Buchanan
base level.
is hot. So
I think the eye candy, it's absolutely it's there.
It's 100% there.
It's hard to say from me if he's a good actor because that's not really a requirement of Cobra Kai.
No.
You have to be.
It's not. I love it. I will.
Me too.
Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai's brilliant, but
you've got to be soapy and over the top.
Yeah.
And he's good at that, I guess.
We could find out pretty soon. He's got a film coming to Netflix very soon.
He's all that.
He's all that.
Is that going to be the test of an acting ability?
It's a test of whether he picks good projects or not.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a remake of She's All That.
What
with the roles reversed.
Ross, you know far more about comics and superheroes than us. What superhero would you like to see made into a movie that has not yet been done?
Dog.
I mean, there's a lot.
Let's go with Dog Welder.
What was that one?
Dog Welder. Is that yours?
Dog Welder.
Okay, fine.
The Welder of dogs for people. I'm turning around to have a look at my comic collection. I'll be honest, it's kind of a rote answer, but something like if we were going to go DC or Marvel, DC character of the Quest. If I was going to do anything, a comic book character, there's a character called Black Sad, which I don't know if you've got a computer in front of you, but you can see him. He's an anthropomorphic cat detective.
I'm in already.
And it's incredible. The artwork is amazing. And it's got they did a Telltale game about him.
I have seen him before. I've seen those images before.
The books are fantastic, and they deal with it. Everybody's an anthropomorphic animal in this world, kind of like Zootopia, but hardcore. And there's a series just for picking one because they're all individual cases that he goes on. He goes to a small town where it's they deal with race relations, where you have the pure white animals like polar bears angry at zebras because they're mixed.
That's a great show.
Obviously Black Sad is obviously a black cat, but he has kind of a white muzzle. And so he is kind of ostracized as well. And it's just it's really good, really intelligent, beautifully drawn. And I think that could make, if you did a Pixar level quality animated series or movie, that would be perfect.
Is it kind of like smoky noir type detective?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah,
it's just imagine it is a straight up double indemnity sort of, everybody's talking speakeasy kind of deal, but they're all it's Zootopia mixed with that.
Awesome.
I mean,
good shout.
That sounds awesome. These pictures are amazing.
Excellent.
We're nearly there with news. We've got a couple more. I think two more.
This one I spotted today actually. The Powerpuff Girls pilot has all gone to shit.
Oh no! What's happened?
The chairman of the CW, which is the TV network that was shooting it and are presumably going to show it, has called it a miss.
Oh no way!
They are going back to the drawing board and they're going to start again. Chloe Bennett isn't coming back. She's
being blamed. Is that what you're saying?
They are saying that scheduling conflicts will not allow her to be back for the re-pilot. So they're going to recast her.
So they're still going to go ahead with it. They're just going to try again.
Yeah.
Not can it?
She was Blossom.
Okay.
I did read the entire script for the pilot that was leaked. I didn't see any difference between it and any episode of Riverdale. So
yeah, it's this news article said Dove Cameron remains attached to the show as Bubbles. Yana Perrault is still attached to play Buttercup. Donald Faison is still on board, but no Chloe Bennett.
Interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, does it?
Doesn't, no. Usually if they don't like a pilot, they'll just can the whole project.
Yeah,
but
sweep it under the
just
carpet.
blame
I do expect that pilot will come out pretty soon, like the terrible Wonder Woman pilot that came out quite a few years ago. I expect that will drop somewhere.
It'll be a sought after bootleg, won't it? If nothing else.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah.
It's all your fault. Get out. We'll cast somebody else.
There's not much to this final news story, but it really intrigued me.
Okay.
Rob Zombie is directing a reboot of The Munsters.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's interesting.
Obviously known for his more, how should I say, adult horror movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Famous death metalist Rob Zombie, turned film director, is taking on The Munsters. Yeah.
Did he hear Tim Burton was doing The Addams
Possibly,
Family? He was
yeah.
like, well, get me one of them.
Yeah. But he's doing it as a movie. So the reason the bit of news has come out is because he sort of released a few photos on his Instagram of the set being constructed. So yeah, they've got a nice bit of road and they're reconstructing that.
I mean, literally,
the
the picture is just 4 bits of wood next to a road.
I think it might be day one.
Yeah, I think it might be. It looks like they've just had a delivery.
Well, they did.
I like to think that
This will be
Rob Zombie's laid the concrete himself, but
this will be the second reboot, I think, of The Monsters. They did one with Eddie Izzard back in the day.
They did.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember.
right.
These things never go away, do they?
No.
There's always another version of everything.
There is indeed.
That's all my news.
That's all your news?
Yeah.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've literally only watched Car Masters Rust to Riches.
You've got yourself addicted to that.
Yeah, I
can
have.
tell.
On to season 2 now.
Cool.
It's not great, but it's a complete prick tease at the end of every episode with a little cliffhanger. And
It keeps you coming back for more.
yeah.
That's not good.
How will they sell this car?
To be honest, I haven't watched a lot this week either.
Okay.
I've watched. I finished the season 1 of Atypical.
Yep.
Which I really enjoyed, and we'll
It's
definitely
good.
go back for season 2. Very, very good. I have been to the cinema. Went to the cinema last night.
Excellent.
I think I mentioned there was a secret screening.
Yes, you
Last
did.
night.
Oh,
And
yeah, you did on the last
we were
episode.
hoping it was going to be Pig.
It was not Pig,
Oh.
unfortunately. It was Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds' new
Oh, okay.
film, which I was quite
That's not
surprised
bad.
because I wasn't It's not usually such a big project or a big movie, so everybody there was a big gasp went around when it came up that that's what it was going to be. But it's excellent. I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's really, really good fun. It's
Cool.
Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, so you know exactly what you're going to get from it.
Okay.
But it really made me want to play Grand Theft Auto. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. The cinema was packed.
Okay.
There was people sitting on the front row. I think just because it's the first secret screening since cinemas have been
Sure.
reopened. But yeah, it was rammed. And usually when a secret screening film gets revealed, loads of people walk out. But nobody walked out last night.
That's quite a big, not quite blockbuster, but it's quite a high level one, isn't it?
That's why I was
Beyond
really surprised that it was that, because usually a secret screening would be, let's try and give this film a boost at the beginning
that. Sure.
to get the people talking about it. But I don't
Okay.
feel like Free Guy needs that. I feel like it's going to make good money
I
anyway.
suppose it's been coming out for so long, though. Maybe they feel like it's lost a bit of momentum and it needs
Yeah, maybe.
another kick or something, because I think it was filmed maybe a couple of years
Yeah,
ago
definitely.
now. It feels like.
But then it's only 2 days before it actually, and it comes out tomorrow as of
Oh,
when
right,
we're
okay.
recording, so it's only 2 days early. But I don't know. I wasn't expecting it to be that. I was very surprised that it was, but I was quite glad that it was.
Cool.
Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Ross, have you been watching anything good at the top of the?
Well, yes, I did realise after we previously started that I have actually watched something that I don't know if it's still at the top, but it's certainly new on Netflix. I watched that Pray Away
Oh, how was that?
documentary.
I've added that to my list. I feel like it might make me angry. Though.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely will. Because it's a documentary about people talking about gay conversion therapy in America. And it follows mainly a series of people who started it in kind of the 70s and how basically everybody who started it is now either is still gay or and rails against what they did, basically. And it's an apology movie. And it also follows one particular guy who is still trying to, convert people from being gay.
Wow.
It is really it's a good documentary on the base level of like following things around. It gives you a lot of good information. There's a couple of people they couldn't get interviews with that they mention in kind of the credits, who are mentioned throughout the documentary as being kind of key to all this. We obviously don't want to show it all in a bad light, but it's very interesting kind of where it came from and all that. But yeah, it's also fucking infuriating.
It's on my list. I will definitely get to it at some point. But
Yeah, same.
excellent. Anything else?
Not from me.
No.
Not for me.
Well, there's one thing.
Not on Netflix anyway. Although, one thing I will say, my wife and I have been binge watching anime, because I know there is one, I think, anime on the long list.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm still, every week, I know it's on the tip of the randomizer's tongue that it's going to come out that I'm waiting for. Because
It was
I
a
know
year
it's
ago
gonna be
today that
absolutely-
it was a year ago today that the Ganso episode came out.
Oh, was it?
Came up this morning on my
I,
memories.
I know that
Oh, wow.
there was more anime on the long list, but I think a few of them have dropped off.
Yeah, a few of them have left
Netflix.
Netflix. And
Well, I know the one, My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising and Two Heroes are on Netflix still, and they ain't going nowhere. And I want you to watch them because it's kind of, the movies are based in like season 3 of a television program. So as insane as anime is, it's also midway through a television series.
oh wow,
So I'm looking forward to you guys watching it and having no idea who any of these people are or what they could do. And yeah,
excellent. Well, I'm sure the randomizer will pick it out at some point.
that's the thing. I can't use my wild card for it
No, you
because I've
can't.
already watched it. My hands are tied.
They are. Plus, you have to pick something bad.
That's
You
true.
can't.
That's true.
Well, there is one thing we've all watched. I'm assuming you've watched it, Ross. We need to extend our
Yeah.
odds.
Oh, yes.
Let's extend our odds into episode 2 of The Island.
Done.
Watched
Rod
it?
I've
out.
taken my rod back.
This would make your rod retract, I'll tell you that much.
It really would. So,
I've got so many questions.
me too. So, whereas the first episode was, I would say, fun in a shit way,
Yes. Yep.
this one wasn't. This one was.
Oh,
Boring
I'm on the same wavelength.
How boring was this episode of this?
It's so boring.
There's 7 episodes of this show, and episode 2 is a filler. Nothing happened in it.
I mean, the lead guy died.
Well, that happened at the end. Finally, because he was infuriatingly bad.
Awful.
Awful. It was awful.
Awful.
My
Awful and boring.
Yeah.
I was hoping that this was going to be fun, that we can have a laugh at all the way through. And on episode 2, it's let us down.
I mean, I noticed more in this episode than I know you mentioned it in the first one when they were at the waterfalls. I thought the dub was really bad
Yeah, it was.
all the way through this. There was times
Mhm.
where their lips were not matching what I was hearing
Yeah.
from my
Yeah,
ears.
I agree.
Uh,
I thought something was wrong because I was watching it on the iPad.
Yeah.
I was like, let me start it. I'll stop it and start it
It's-
again.
I think it's pretty much
But no.
all been redubbed over. 'Cause the sound quality on the island must have been terrible.
I think so as well. It just makes no sense. When she cut a foot and then went into the shark-infested waters.
Very first scene. And then she was like, she got halfway out and she was like, oh shit, there's sharks in here. I've just remembered off the top of her head.
When we nearly got eaten last night.
Yeah. And then she's like, she finds this lifeboat thing, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's like, that'd be good as a shelter. And then just drags that back.
Hides it all on her
Hides
own
it.
without anyone noticing.
Yeah. Doesn't tell anybody.
No. Everyone's 39 steps away, but nobody can see her.
That was the thing though, because she was like, she told that guy later on where it was, and she's like, oh, it's just 50 yards down the beach. So everybody's missed
Yeah.
She
And
put
she's
a
only 50
palm
years-
leaf over it.
it.
It's not like it was bright orange or anything. Come on.
It was so bad.
And then when she went back to her broken conch shell
Yeah.
and found that what I presumed it was a tracker, turned out it wasn't. It was just a
something.
really complicated like electronic lock and key, which she knew how to do straight.
Yeah, how did she know the code? I thought I'd missed something there.
No, because she was
she
like,
was- she
"What's
was-
the number?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's not 39. And then she went, "Ah, I'll try a 3, then a 9.
I wondered where she'd got all the numbers from, but 39 makes sense.
like
Wow.
she's Sherlock solving a incredible puzzle. It was
Jeez. And then they find a
absolute
building.
garbage.
They find a old hotel in the middle of this island, and then completely forget that they found it. Barely mention it again.
It's like, well, we've got beds up there.
Yeah.
Well, we can make beds here. It's like, well, yeah, fair point. But also, there's beds up there.
It always makes me laugh. It's my one criticism of Lost is that as soon as they land, they automatically assume they're on an island.
Yeah.
They never
Yeah.
They don't know that they're not just on a beach on the mainland somewhere.
Sure.
And they've done the same in this. But
That is literally the plot of an Amanda Bynes movie.
oh, really?
I can't remember what the movie is, but it's basically. This is better than The Island, so I'm just going to keep talking about it. She lands on what they think is a desert island with, like, I guess he's like a pop star or something, somebody who she's in love with. And then while they're on this island, what they think, she goes through the jungle and finds that no, they are on a lush resort. And right, like, through the trees is this paradise of, culture. But she doesn't want him to go there because she'll think she lose him.
Oh.
So she tricks him into thinking like all that. So everybody should watch that. I can't remember what it's called, but instead of The Island.
I just, like I said last week, I just can't believe that Netflix have produced something this terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
It is
terrible.
bottom of the barrel, this is.
It really is.
And yeah, you're right, it was pretty boring.
This week's was
episode.
boring. The first one you couldn't say was boring. It was bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't
No,
boring.
it's true.
This one
Yeah.
was dull. And then at the end, the main guy just gets murdered, but we
Yeah.
don't know who by.
The rapey guy.
The rapey guy.
And I can reveal, only because I realised after watching the first one, I know what happens in the end.
Oh, really?
Because when it first came out, I watched the trailer and I thought, oh, that looks not too bad. And then obviously when it landed, everybody started making fun of it and saying it was shit and stuff. So I was like, well, let me just go on Wikipedia and read it. And so after watching the first episode, I remembered reading it.
Oh, right.
And so I know the twist
Oh.
coming. So not to reveal, but there, yeah.
Keep that to yourself. I'm really excited to find
I'll
out
be.
what it is.
I know, right?
The amount of Lost references in it as well is ridiculous. The whole thing.
The amount of everything
Yeah.
references that make no sense.
It's crazy.
She still never noticed like the massive barcode and
No, she still
whatever
didn't notice that.
industries in the inside of the
She
show.
finds a bloody key inside it and still misses it.
Well, we'll be back
And
next week.
How bad is Kate Bosworth in it?
Oh, terrible.
Kate Bosworth is
Really
awful.
terrible.
She's probably the worst one in
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that. Alex Pettifer, I think, plays the big old rapey guy. I think he was probably the best actor in
it. Which
it.
doesn't say a lot.
Like as much of no, which really doesn't say a lot. Just in general, I mean, he's pretty
my
poor
favorite.
in everything. But
My favorite. Sorry to interrupt you. My favorite bit of this
no, please.
episode was when that woman was making the hat, and she goes up to these two guys and she went, "I've made a hat." It was just like, yeah, and they both just looked at her as if she was like a crazy person.
And then later on, it was like, "Oh, it's really sunny. Could do with that hat."
I was crying. It was so funny. But we'll see. We'll see what episode 3 brings us next week. We've got 7 of these to do. We can get through it. You're going to stick with us, Ross?
I don't know.
Of course you are.
I think you pointed out just like, come on, it's like there's 7 episodes, you get through it, but it genuinely.
It's 40 minutes a week. It's easy, isn't it?
Oh, that was tough. This week was tough.
It was.
Yeah.
It was tough. Right. I think we're about done. What's the film we're talking about this week, Nick?
On Thursday, on this very feed, you can hear us talk about Time Trap.
Time Trap, indeed.
What's it about? I don't know, but we'll try and work it out.
We've watched it. We don't know what it's on about. Come on Thursday and find out. Have you seen it, Ross?
I have seen it, yeah, I watched it.
Thoughts?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay, interesting.
I wasn't expecting to, and as I said on the Discord, I think it is in the running for the most batshit crazy
Oh yeah, it's
film of this
It's
season.
completely insane.
Yes.
Like batshit crazy from about minute, I guess 40 something plus.
Yeah.
You know, when that guy shows up.
Yes, I was with it until that point. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. So yeah, come back on Thursday. Go and find Ross's book. It's on Amazon. It's called Sadie and the Wisps, and it's excellent. And it's what, £5, £6, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Probably overpriced.
Go and find
but
it. Go and
please.
buy it. Support him. Go and what's your Instagram? Plug your Instagram.
So it's Ross Cook Illustration now, and I've
You changed it again.
I have changed it again. I've rebranded. And as you'll notice, whereas before I had something like 350 some odd posts, it's gone down to about 100 and something because I've culled.
Oh, you've taken all the rude ones.
like
off,
the-
I'm saying.
All the rude ones are gone off. Anything not relevant, anything that might put off any potential employers. Some might say, it's a detriment to free speech, but I say it gives me cash.
Does that mean the cat scrotum pictures?
The cat scrotum picture is saved in my personal files, but it is no longer on my Instagram.
Excellent. Cool. Well, thanks for coming on. We've really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Get you on again at some point at the end of a season, and we'll see what you thought of the season, I guess.
Yeah, we'll find out where...
Well, I was going to say, whereas previously it's all been a bit different, I have to say that our table's pretty much aligned.
Oh, really?
With everything on this one.
That's a first.
Yeah. It's... I know, there's not really anything that I disagree with. Like, I think you like John Henry more than I did. I like TikTok more than you did, but that was about
They're
it.
both next to each other anyway, and they're very close to each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've got, 6 or 7 left, so
Yeah.
we'll have a chat at the end of the season. And
Still got
and
wild
see where
card
we
to
get.
play as well, haven't you, Ross?
I would actually quite like to play it pretty soon,
Ooh.
if that's okay.
Fine with us.
If I could play it now, or if
Yeah,
you
you
wanted
can
to
play
wait
it
until
now
the
if
end
you
of the
want to.
episode,
I'm happy to reveal
then
it. You happy to reveal it now, Nick?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Let's do it. It's a sneaky preview.
then I would like to play what I assume will be the terrible movie Left Behind,
Is that Nicolas Cage?
starring Nicholas the Man Cage.
Man
Well
Cage?
done, Ross.
Well, I think you might just won.
Yeah. That's it. I don't know if anything's going to beat Hungover Games.
No, nor do I,
But
to be fair.
If it's going to, I'll go in hard with Nicolas Cage.
It's got Leah Thompson in it as well.
Oh, I like her.
He's not let me down yet.
Chad Michael Murray. There's a name
Oh.
I've heard of for a long time. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll talk about that at the end of the Time Trap episode.
Excellent.
And we'll let you know what we think in a couple of weeks on that one.
Excellent.
Thank you, Ross.
Perfect.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you guys for
Go
having
and
me.
find his book on Amazon,
Right, I'm
and
going
we'll come
back.
back on Thursday to talk to you about the Time Trap.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.